it's me, and today is another thrift store makeover. It's been far too long since I've done one of these. Usually in my thrift store makeovers, I choose one big item from the thrift store and I focus on that for the entire video. But today I was looking through my little collection of thrift store finds and I feel like I have a lot of little things that maybe I wouldn't want to spend an entire video on, which is why I've passed them up multiple times. So I think instead of focusing on one big thing for this video, I'm gonna do a couple smaller things. I don't know how many I'll get through, but I know I'm gonna do more than just one thrift store makeover today. So this should be fun and interesting and exciting. Let's get into the first thrift store makeover.
All right, so first thing is this. I've been staring at this stupid little purse for over a year at this point. I've had it in my collection of thrift store finds. I am so glad to finally be making something out of it. Hallelujah. I bought it for $12.99.
That's a hefty chunk of change for a thrift store find.
You better be worth it. It's actually really cute as is, and it even comes with some little crumbs. Ew, gosh, what is that? Toilet paper scraps? Did someone try to wipe with this? That doesn't even make sense. This bag is by Liz Claiborne.
Okay.
And ooh, what do we have here? A payday. That's a solid discount. Getting into it, rip off the tag with my Hulk strength. I'm just very talented. Then bringing in my mini vacuum. Doesn't actually look very mini, taking up the entire frame. Also, what's in there? Squishy flesh? Dried paint? I don't know. There's no telling. I tried to vacuum out all the little crumbs just to make me feel better about it. I wiped it down. Am I really doing any good here? Probably not, but I had a good time. All right, now switching gears because we are ready to paint. And I'm going to start with the bottom using some Angelus. Oh, that doesn't sound right. I need to get to the point. Some Angelus leather paint. Pour some of that in a palette. Let me get some, oh, whoops, spilling it everywhere. How did I not see that that was going to happen? I'm going to paint over the entire tan area. And after 2 coats of that, it's looking pretty good. Then for the back, do the same thing. Man, I've made a mess. I've just made messes everywhere. Wow. And painting it white. Okay. Good. Painted the whole bottom half of this all the way around. Now for the top closure flap part, I don't know, does it have a name? I've been looking for an excuse to use this beautiful color. Gift box blue. Wonder what kind of gift box they mean. I don't know how it's already gotten paint on the outside because I don't think I've ever used this. Generally, I'm a pretty neat person, but when it comes to paint, I just lose it. Let's pour out some of this yumminess. Ooh. Stop it. And right on to painting. I was a little worried about how well this light color was going to cover over that dark leather, but I was pleasantly surprised. You did good, buddy.
Thank you.
It only needed 2 coats and we got excellent coverage. I did decide to go ahead and paint the strap as well, which was a little scary. It's just so thin and the buckles and the little areas, but I knew it would look absolutely terrible to have a very clashy brown strap. So Tiffany blue, it must be, gift box blue. And this was quite a time-consuming process, getting up around the metal parts, the whole underside, the closure. I got a little paint on that button, tried to wipe it off and made it like 10,000 times worse. So, okay, let it dry completely, and then I just kind of gently scraped it off. All good, sparkly, shiny sunshine. Okay, back to painting every inch of this purse. This took a while. I grouped this purse in a group with like quicker thrift store makeovers because I thought that I was just gonna kind of add things to it and just leave the entire body of the purse plain. I did not, however, envision me painting every single inch of the purse, and we are really just getting started. So I'm scared. But finally, I've got my 2-tone base of white and gift box blue. See, I remember that time. It's interesting, for sure. I'm gonna paint the front of it first, but I didn't like how it wouldn't lay flat. So I decided to get a little help from this creepy green-eyed penguin. Okay, a milk carton. He looks nice and cozy. And I'll throw a donut squishy in there too. Wait, maybe that's too much. Donut was too far. Okay, get rid of that. Here's where we're gonna get a little crazy. I got out my black paint.
Ooh, it's shiny.
Here we go. I'm turning the whole bottom of this purse into a cow. Okay, no, not a cow. It's cow print. Since I'm doing multiple makeovers in this video, I felt like, I don't know, I had a little bit more freedom to do something completely crazy and maybe slightly obnoxious, because this whole video isn't riding on this one thing. So it kind of took the pressure off and I felt complete freedom. So this is what I've chosen to do with my freedom. I've been into the cow print recently. It's just so fun and it's super easy to create. It's so bold, it's cute. So here we go. It's been cowed. But if you think that was a funky decision, I'm gonna go real wild on the top of the purse. I'm gonna sketch out some little flowers and then just go in with the paint. At first it looks pretty normal. Okay, I'm doing a little pink outline. Fine, that's good. And then I start going in with an orange line inside of the pink line. Okay, that's getting interesting. I wasn't really sure where I was going with this exactly. I was kind of just going somewhere strange. Then I bring in the yellow, and at this point I decided, wouldn't it be cool if I made every single petal into a rainbow? So like it's a flower of rainbows? Ooh! But then I kind of liked how it looked with the blue in the center. So I'm thinking, maybe we'll just do this. I went back and cleaned that up to make it look more intentional. And then I added the final color, purple. So I did kind of do the rainbow thing, but I skipped green. No! I added some little details into the petals and the centers of the flowers. And there we go. That is funky. Woo, 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 woo. That's the funky siren going off. Don't forget, we've got the whole cow print on the bottom. Oh my gosh. Did we go too far? For the last little detail, this little circle where the old branding was, I'm just gonna paint my logo on it so that this can be my bag, my design. Who else would have designed this? Final step, the gloss finisher. Pour some of that in my crusty container, and I'm just gonna apply a nice thin coat of that over the entire bag. And now for the final reveal, from this very cute, perfectly sensible little bag to this monstrosity. It's so loud. This bag is truly obnoxious. Definitely not every person's cup of tea, because it is just a lot, but I kind of really love it. I like how unique it is. I had a lot of fun just going completely wild, doing something really different. I just love the chaos of it all, and I think this design is just fearless. Moving on to the next thrift store makeover. This is the first double feature thrift store makeover in history. Let's celebrate. Ow, my back. Ugh. I'm gonna work on this little ceramic cupcake piggy bank. Is it still a piggy bank if it's not in the shape of a piggy?
Yes.
The top of it comes off like so. $1.99 for this fellow. What a steal. There are a few little cracks and chips in it, but honestly, pretty decent condition. The color scheme is not bad. My least favorite thing about it is the bulbous sprinkles, or are those even sprinkles? They're lumpy and they're weird. I have no idea how I'm gonna get rid of them, so let's just get used to it. I'm gonna begin by cleaning it up. Just give it a nice wipe down, get all the little grime out of it. And I'll go ahead and use a ruler okay, to pry the sticker off. Wipe that clean. What's this hidden message? Boston Warehouse Trading Corp. All rights reserved. Made in China.
Interesting stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna take this one piece at a time, starting with the top. Now, I'm not really loving the piggy bank.
I want to destroy it.
I'm gonna roll out some wax paper and bring out my clay. Dig some of this out. Gross. Why is it so wet in there? Oh. Anyway, let me get a hunk of that out and start working it.
Work it, girl.
I'm gonna attach a nice hunk onto the top, and I'm just kind of smushing that down into the crevice, and then I threw a little hunk into the underside just to, I don't know, secure it. There are no instructions for how to convert a piggy bank into not a piggy bank, so I'm just kind of making this up. Now, about the top of this, needs a lot of work. I thought an appropriate way to cover up the top of a cupcake would be to add a cherry on top. So as I'm starting to sculpt this cherry, I'm noticing that, wow, this is one massive cherry. I should probably fix that. But then I was reminded of all those times that I've made a cherry topping that's way too large. It's a thing, and it happens over and over. And then I thought, you know what? What if in honor of all the oversized cherries of the past, I make the biggest cherry of all of them, and I'll name him, okay? I'll name him Jerry. Jerry the cherry. I gave him some little feet and little arms, because he's alive now. And then I felt really inspired, and I added his most stunning feature, a little cherry booty, complete with butt crack. That's right, Jerry's got a nice plump little booty on him.
Ooh.
I seem to remember one time that I made a butt crack on a cherry by mistake. And now the cherry has a butt crack. And now we're doing it on purpose. Really building out those cheeks, sculpting them like a Renaissance sculptor. I added some little bug eyes in there, and I'm gonna continue smoothing out everything and refining the details. Then I took a paper clip, cut a little section off, and I'm gonna use that as the cherry stem, just like that. Looking good, Jerry. Now to let this dry overnight, and boom, here he is in the light of day. So I'm gonna bring back the bottom because both pieces need their gesso treatment now.
It's spa day, girls.
I'm applying gesso all over to prep the surface for paint. And speaking of paint. Oh, what happened there? Whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and paint a nice cake color on the cake part of the cupcake, which I probably should have waited until I painted the frosting first, but of course I realized that too late. I went with a nice bright fluffy white frosting. There's nothing about it that makes it fluffy. I just always liked the can frosting that's specifically fluffy white. And then again, I gotta go over the cake and touch all that up. Do that again. Okay, here we go. Now for the fun. I'm painting Jerry. I decided to go with more of a pinkish red than a standard cherry red. Oh, this color is not mixed up. Let me just... Oh, that is awful to watch. Never mix your paint with a paintbrush. That is just horrible. Oh, I can't watch. All right, back to Jerry. I thought using this color would give him a little bit more of a distinctive look. Also, it's going to match with the color scheme that I have in mind a little bit better. Also, another bonus, I can give him some nice red cheeks. I'm always a sucker for those rosy red cheeks.
They look so cute.
Finally going in with the eyes and the facial features. I gave him a little smirk off to the side. It's a smile that says,
My butt crack is out.
I painted the cherry stem green, and then I felt like there was just something missing on his head. I tried painting a little leaf attached to the stem, and I'm ashamed of it, okay? It's so stupid looking. Let's forget I did that, okay? I'm gonna change gears and take care of painting in these big
Lumps.
I guess it makes sense. We got a lumpy cherry sitting on top of a lumpy cupcake. I don't know. I'm trying to rationalize it. I went with just blue and pink for those. I'm using some restraint here and doing a limited color scheme. Aren't you proud of me? I added some little tiny dot sprinkles, kind of try to distract, like, look, there's just some nice normal little sprinkles in there. Don't look at the giant lumps. And now I'm returning to Jerry's head dilemma with fresh eyes, and I've got it. I know just what he needs. I added some white frosting on top of his head, so it's as if he walked up to this cupcake, sat down right on top, and the icing just splashed up through his butt crack, over his shoulder, and landed right on top of his head. And also some perfectly placed sprinkles fell right on top. Very realistic. Now I'll just apply a nice shiny protective coating on top, and finally we are not done. You didn't forget about the base, did you? No, I didn't either. So I still have to gesso this bad boy real quick. I'm gonna go super simple for the base. Just throw on some pink paint to the bottom, some blue on the top, some white in the center, and then I'm kind of working to blend all the colors together, creating nice, yummy gradient all the way around. Finally putting the clear coat on to seal my paint, and here is the before and after. I really like how this one looks so much better now. It's so bright and cutesy and definitely has a lot more personality to it. And of course I love Jerry and his little tush. You may think that Jerry is a brand new character, but in reality, he's been here all along, okay? He is one of the oldest characters there is. This project reminds me a lot of my monkey cream creation. Oh, that cherry stem is way better. What are you doing with your life, Jerry? Look at yours. What is that? Sorry, that's my fault. They actually look really cute together. So there we have it. Those are both of the thrift store makeovers that I've completed. Only got through 2, which I think is good considering how much time these took. They were supposed to be much faster, but of course I ended up spending longer on each of them than I planned. I think I could have gotten away with doing a video dedicated to each of these, but that's fine. We get a double feature this week, and that's cool. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.